Hey, what's up, guys and girls? Me again, EMKWAN, here with another Avora TV video for you guys. Peace and blessings to you all out there. Now, this morning we got up and we decided we were going to go down to our local Apple store to collect our brand new MacBook Pro Retina Display version. And fortunately, they did have some there. Unfortunately, none of those were for sale. These were all display stock items. So I spent about 20-30 minutes playing with these, really hammering them out, testing them, and I thought it would be appropriate to sort of pull out my camera and record a little video for you guys. So this is a quick first impressions, sort of first review of the device. So let's take you around the device. So we've got a MagSafe there, and I'll talk about that in a moment. We've got two Thunderbolt ports. We've got a USB 3.0 port and a unified headphone microphone jack area there. On the other side, we've got a combined SD card slot. We've got a HDMI port, which is really nice to see finally on a MacBook Pro, and we had another USB 3.0 port there. Now this is the underside or the back of the MacBook Pro, and nothing substantially different there. The only thing you'll notice is that new MacBook Pro logo underneath. Now the big deal about this particular device is the new build. It doesn't have an optical drive on there. It's thinner, substantially thinner, and I hope that that comparison against my hand will show. It's also lighter, and when we tested it out, substantially felt lighter as well. Now it comes in a 15.4 inch. This particular display one had the new MagSafe. That's one of the things which is different about this MacBook. The new MagSafe does not work with the older versions, and it's new because it's kind of reverted back to the older version of the MagSafe. We had a sort of slimmer one. This is now reverted back to the old 2009-2010 version. Now this display unit has a 256 flash storage. It also has the Intel quad-core i7 processor chip, and it had 8 GB of RAM. And the big killer deal on this new MacBook Pro Retina is in that, the Retina display. And I've got to say to begin with, look, this is something that none of the video footage will actually give justice to, or give you a real sense of. You need to go into the store and actually check it out yourself. When I handled the new MacBook Pro Retina, the first thing was that it didn't blow me away immediately. This was something that I noticed. I was like expecting it to sort of come out at me. It didn't do any of that. But one of the things that it did do when you get up close, and when I got close to the MacBook Pro, when I was using it almost like a usable kind of effect and way, I was blown away with that display. Ultimately, it's just, it's really crisp, it's really clean. The blacks are really, thick black. All of the attention to detail and all of the graphic detail come across in that display. It's really something you have to see. Now I'm going to compare it with my 13-inch MacBook Pro. My MacBook Pro is a 2010 model. Just have a look at the thickness of my display, all right, and compare that with the new MacBook Pro Retina. And that's where the magic is. The display is really thin. And again, you can compare it with my 13-inch MacBook Pro. This isn't going to come across and do justice on the camera, but when you compare them side by side, if you're looking at them from afar, you will notice there is a slight difference, but it's not a substantial difference. The big difference, right, is when you come up close, and it's like comparing it with the new version of the iPad and the older iPad 2. This is something that you only notice when you stop using it, or when you use another display or another screen. There's a layer that's gone away now from the production process, so that means the display on the new MacBook Retina is actually up closer, and you see that when you're looking at icons. This is something that, for me, when I was looking at the icons, that was the light bulb kind of moment. I was like, wow, I can really see the difference. Now, while I was in the store, I got a couple of tweets from you guys asking to compare, the functions, and I played around with Final Cut Pro, played around with Aperture, iPhoto. No issues there with speed. It was really sturdy. I even rendered a video in half of the time that it would take on my MacBook Pro, so that was something that I was proud of. And that's it, really. I mean, this is something that, if you're going to purchase, if you haven't bought a Mac before, then this is definitely, in my opinion, worth considering. If you've got the finances and you're willing to go for that 15-inch size, definitely worth an upgrade. Now, if you've got an existing Mac, this is where it's going to be a bit tricky. I went in there thinking that, yes, I'm going to get a new MacBook Pro. I'm not too sure now, and this is something that you've got to go into store and actually check out yourself. Anyway, guys, that was the first quick look. We'll see you in the next video.